Hi, I'm Ben from Maybe Autism is My Superpower.
Hey Ben, how are you doing today, bud?
Good.
Yeah? Okay, so today we're going to answer a question about telling a child they have autism. A lot of moms and dads have been messaging me to ask me, when did I tell you you have autism? And do I think they should tell their child they have autism? And at what age? And this is an interesting question. I don't think it's the same for every family, and it's a hard decision sometimes for parents to make. But we're going to talk about how we told you you have autism, right?
Mm-hmm.
So even though you didn't have speech until you're about like 6 or 7, where you were really communicating with me well, mommy would tell you that you have autism from as early on that I can remember. And what would I say it was? I said, Ben, you have something called autism.
It's a syndrome where your brain is special.
It's a syndrome where your brain is special. Okay, you just added syndrome, but I like that. Where your brain is special. Okay, I would always tell you, Ben, you have autism, and that means your brain is special, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you understood that as you got a little older. And even when things were hard for you, let's say you were really OCD or having a bad struggle in the day, I would tell you, well, you have autism and sometimes it's challenging for you, but your autism also makes your brain how?
Special.
Yeah. And then when I'd see you do your really cool things that you can do, like what were some of the things you're able to do when you were younger that were really awesome?
Play the keyboard really well.
Yeah, that was one. You would just come inside from the car and go play the song you heard on the radio, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'd say that is so cool, Ben, because you have autism and that makes your brain how?
Special.
Yeah, and it helps you do amazing things. But it wasn't until we saw a movie, I guess it's about a year, almost exactly a year ago now. What movie did we see?
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, and then you saw that movie and you decided that autism wasn't just special, it was what?
Superpower.
Yeah, you related to it and said you thought you were a superhero too and that you had superpowers. So what are your superpowers?
Perfect pitch, great memory, and speed reading.
Yes.
And navigation.
Yes, you're really good at navigation too. So do you think that telling you have autism, explaining it to you, that your brain is working in a special way, and it's why some things are a challenge, but it's also why you have amazing abilities. Do you think telling you that over and over again as you were growing up, do you think that's helped you?
Mm-hmm.
In what ways do you think it's
Good
helped?
ways.
In good ways. Okay. So if you had to give advice to parents, and I know sometimes this is hard for you to use your words, but if you had to tell parents who have a little boy and they said, should I start telling him he has autism? What would you suggest?
You'd be nice and patient.
Yes, of course, they would be nice and patient. But do you think it's a good idea for their child to know they have autism?
Yes.
And why do you think that?
Because people won't get annoyed.
People won't get annoyed in what way?
Bad ways.
Because why? Because
some people say you don't look like you have autism.
Oh, yes, that's true. So if the child knows they have autism, they can maybe start. You like to tell people you have autism, right?
Mm-hmm.
You think it helps people not get so impatient with you?
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Give an example of when you would tell somebody you have autism.
I would say to someone I have autism when they think I don't have autism.
Right. You would say it to them? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And what about when you take your classes online and you have a teacher, an online teacher, do you tell them you have autism?
Yeah.
Why do you do that sometimes?
Because they could be extra patient with me.
Yes, you think. So you're educating people. That's what you're doing, Ben. You're educating people. You're teaching them that you have autism, so it's important to have extra what?
Extra patience.
Extra patience. Yeah, and I think it works. I really do. So we are big fans of telling children early on about their autism. We did it for Ben, and it helped him a lot. Right, Bud?
Mm-hmm.
Every family is different. Of course, we're not telling you what to do, but people have asked us what we did, and that's how we went about it. And it led Ben to feeling like autism is
a superpower.
Yeah. And we know all these kids have great abilities. So thank you for watching.
Hopefully enjoy. Goodbye, and don't forget, autism is a superpower.
Sure is. Thanks, bud. Bye.